Hey guys, welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangie and today we're cleaning out the garden.
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine.
So like I said, we're cleaning out the garden today. It is overtaken with weeds. I still have some tomatoes left on the vine that I'm going to clean up. And probably not have to pull all of them out yet. I have some peppers, I have some okra. A lot of the okra we're letting just get nice and ripe so we can save the seeds. I'm going to try to find some flower heads from my zinnias to save seeds from that. We are definitely trying to save as many seeds as we can because, as we have learned, there are a lot of people who are panic gardening, panic canning, and so a lot of the things that we typically rely on being there are not there. So we have to do as much for ourselves as we can, which just means being more vigilant about saving seeds and stocking up and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this out. I also have the raised beds, and then there are some things that I wanted to plant that I've waited too late, like green beans. I'm kicking myself. Just never had enough time to come out here. Jack had cleaned this out for me, and I'm past the time to do that. I do want to show you something kind of cool. That I have been talking and filming and then realize it's not rolling. So let me show you what I'm talking about right now. Bugs have absolutely decimated my pumpkin vines in no time. I mean, it is absolutely dead. Came back covered in squash bugs. I'm gonna go put some gloves on because I hate touching bugs. And I'm gonna give this to my chickens. Also wanted to show you that, look, I have pinto bean pods. Look at this, this is so exciting. I have never grown soup beans before. And then also over here, purple whole peas. Now this is not gonna be enough to sustain us whatsoever. This is an experiment this year with a Three Sisters row. It worked out really well until, like I said, the squash bugs decimated my pumpkin vine. Look at this. But I think my chickens will appreciate this. I just hope none of these get on me. I hate bugs. There you go, girls. Here's you some buggies and a pumpkin. Dude, are any on me? Yuck. All right. I feel like I'm crawling in bugs. I hate bugs. Yep, they're getting it. Good job, girls. All right, it's back to work, or start working anyway. I only grabbed one glove, so I'm gonna go in and grab the other one, and then we're gonna get this garden cleaned out. Since I didn't bring my tripod out here, I'll just tell you what I'm gonna do. This is some of the okra that I had to pitch because they were too big. I'm just gonna start a pile of veggies to give to the chickens or compost. But anyway, I'm gonna start here in the front. I'm gonna clean off the trellis, clean out these pots, and get everything put up and saved for next year. All right, so upon further inspection of the tomatoes I have left, it's like they're rotting or they have a lot of pest damage. So I don't know. I'm thinking about just pulling the green ones and letting them ripen in the house. I could also can some of the green slicers for fried green tomatoes. I may do that. The okra is just about done. The grasshoppers have now taken roost on my okra plants, and they are eating them down to nubs. So I have a feeling, I don't know, I'm probably gonna just, oh look, there's one, speak of the devil. This guy and some of his friends are now decimating the okra plants. Which is fine because we have enough for the year put up, so I'm not worried about that. I didn't make any videos on how I'm putting up my okra. I literally washed them, sliced them into like inch thick pieces, put them in a food saver bag, vacuum sealed them, and threw them in the freezer. I did not blanch them or anything. The only ones that I canned were, I did a few pickled okra, and I do them just like I do my pickles. which is with the Mrs Wages dill pickle mix. So that was it. But yeah, I am leaving a few plants to save seeds. This one, and this one for the red okra. So yeah, but yeah, you can see, like, look at this. This is what the grasshoppers have done. They are eating it down. But anyway, all right, so I'm gonna move on to the raised beds. Just to let you know, the dirt that I had the potatoes in, and also the dirt that I had the spaghetti squash and my flowers in, all that dirt is gonna go into the raised beds to top them off. I'm in the soil with, I have some Trifecta Plus, and I also have some of this all-purpose mix, and we also have some vermiculite in the garage, and so that's probably what we will do. So for now, let's go ahead and head into the raised beds and see what all I can do there. All right, so I've pretty much made up my mind that I am gonna go ahead and pull the green tomatoes and figure out what to do with those, and then hopefully I still have some good ripe tomatoes in there. And then also I still have some peppers. They're not ready to pick yet. I think they'll be okay to leave on the vine a little bit longer. Some of them are done, there's no blossoms. Yeah, all right, so let's go take a look in the Liberty Garden, which is what we call our, Georgia has a hurt paw, and yet she still insists on digging. Must not hurt that bad, huh? So here's the Liberty Garden, aka our herb garden, and as you can see, it is being taken over by a volunteer tomato plant. So I am letting it go wild, and I have some basil, more basil that I need to harvest, more sage. I'm gonna leave the parsley. The parsley is doing fine. The thyme and the oregano, I think, are the two things that I did not harvest enough of, and as you can see, they're kind of dying out. The rosemary's going strong, but I think that's a perennial. Here's the oregano. I don't know, it looks like it's trying to come back. Look at that. All right, well, I'm gonna harvest as much of that as I possibly can because I do use a lot of oregano. I have tons of basil. Here is one of my pitiful raised beds. I have hyssop that looks really, really good. And look at this. Look at that, I have green beans. Can you see that? These are the Canter green beans that I planted, I don't know when. Oh my gosh, look at all those ants. Anyway, so I'm gonna pick some of those. I don't know if I have any more that made it, but yeah, as you can see, this whole bed is in dire need of a clean out. I'm gonna be saving seeds from these, the pygmy sunflowers that are just awesome. And what I don't save is gonna go to the chickens, which I think they will love me for. Oh yeah, they are. They're just really under these little, oh yeah, the seeds are ready to harvest. Okay, cool. Well, I will be doing that. I'll save seeds, and then, like I said, the other one will go to the chickens. This is a tomato plant that broke during a storm. I got lots of green tomatoes in there, so I'll be pulling all those. I have more basil. Over here, I've got a bunch of banana peppers ready to pick, and I'm sure I've got a bunch of jalapenos as well. Lemon balm has just exploded. My strawberry plants have really, really taken over the bed. They're spilling out of the bed. More weeds. Lots and lots of weeds. So yeah, I definitely have my work cut out for me. I harvested neri. There is something, I don't know what this bug is called, but it is all over my broccoli rabe. So all of this is gonna get pulled up and thrown to the chickens so they can clean it off. So yeah, my garden is a mess. All right, so I'm going in for just a second to grab a couple or 5 or so sandwich bags because as I see seeds that need to be collected, which I've already gotten my dill seeds, I'm gonna get a sandwich bag so I don't lose any of them. All right, as I'm heading to retrieve my daughter's dog from getting run over by a tractor, I grabbed a Sharpie and some sandwich bags so I can label the seeds that I'm collecting while I know what they are. Ruger, you want a treat? Bribery. It only works for dogs. We only do it for dogs. I just pulled this off of one of my dill plants, and so I'm gonna throw it in there because all of that clustery goodness on the bottom are dill seeds. So I am going to put this in a labeled Ziploc bag while I still know what they are. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I did not realize there was a spider in that cluster. So now I gotta figure out how to get it out without losing my seeds. There's also another little bug in there. That's all right. I'm not gonna leave it like this. I mean, I'm obviously gonna take them off the blossom head. Oh my gosh, that is such a big spider, but I don't wanna squish it on my seeds. This is not gonna be fun. I do not like bugs. I'm not terrified of spiders. I just don't like touching bugs. You know what I'm saying? Wow. All right, the chickens are about to get another treat. Ugh, you hear that cicada? Right there. Yep. I hate cicadas. Oh my gosh, there it goes. Usually they'll scream at you when you get too close. Anyway, this is going to the chickens. This is one of the pygmy sunflowers. The other one I'm going to save seed and then give the rest to the chickens. I think the girls will like this. Boy, look at this. They're getting pumpkin and sunflowers today and squash bugs. I threw the potato vines over here. Here, girls. Oh no, it tipped over. I gotta go in and get it. Here you go, girls. Where's all my girls at? You peeking around the corner? We don't have any eggs yet, but it won't be long. I keep checking in their coop every now and then to see if there's any little nuggets, but nothing yet. See, we're not ready yet, but we're getting there. I'd say probably in about 4 weeks or so, we should be getting some eggs from the girls. What you think? You feeling eggy? I like it. Just mesmerized by my boot. Oh, you can't have my boot. All right, girls. I'm gonna go take a lunch break. Okay, friends, it's actually been a couple of weeks, and yeah, we've Parker and I worked today on the Freedom Garden, getting it cleaned out. We still have to go through and till and then rake out all the big clumps of grass, but I'm going to turn you around and show you what this looks like now. Ruger likes it in here for some reason. Okay, so we pulled all the tomato plants up, the peppers, the marigolds. I left a couple of the okra plants that we were saving seed from. We got the sunflower out, got all the pots out, all of the stakes except for the trellis here. And yeah, we just need to go through, we need to till. The buckets that we had the potatoes growing in, I've cleaned those out and took the dirt over to the raised beds. But let me show you an update really quick on, whew, cicada, on the Three Sisters garden. Oh look, there's a praying mantis. Look at that. Oh, well, there's a grasshopper. And there is a praying mantis. Oh my gosh, those things freak me out. Anyway, I actually already came through here and picked the beans that were really dry. But these are the pinto beans. This first half is pinto beans. The second half are purple whole peas, and I already pulled the purple whole peas as well. This one's not ready. It's still pretty kind of leathery, not really dry and crispy yet. But yeah, this was an experiment. The pumpkin vine was doing really good until it got infested with squash bugs, but the beans are doing really well. And so since I just did the half row and half row, I'm gonna save these beans for seed. So that is what we're doing there. Okay, and then yeah, as soon as that's done, then we'll pull up the corn stalks, which are acting as trellises right now. and we'll take care of that later. We pretty much got this cleaned up. We're just, like I said, we're gonna turn it under again. I'm trying to decide whether or not to plant peas along these trellises or just take the break. In case you're wondering what we did with everything that we pulled out, the chickens are composting it for us. Some of it. Some of the woodier stuff we just went ahead and threw over in the burn pile. But yeah, these are the old tomato plants and some of the zinnias. And then over there is where I raked up the weeds and just dumped it over the side there. Okay, so here, hey little girl, here's the victory garden. Let's see. So yeah, this is just the dirt. I had smoothed it out and then I put more and after I already put the rake up. But we got all of these cleaned out thanks to Patty from Southern Blessed Homestead. When they were here, she and I stood out here and talked, and then we just found ourselves pulling weeds. And I told her, I said, part of me wants to tell you you don't have to do that, and the other part wants you to keep doing it. So a couple of these beds, we're going to plant lettuce, spinach, kale, the greens that we like to eat, and then hopefully we'll get a frost cover for it, and that way we can enjoy greens when it gets cooler. As you can see, I have some banana peppers that need to get picked, and I'm sure I've got some jalapenos as well. It's actually kind of chilly out here. Right now I don't have anything new planted yet, and I'm probably getting close to being too late, but we'll see. Over here in the Liberty garden, the herb garden, yeah, I just got it cleaned up. I've cut some of the herbs back, trying to harvest as much as I can. Looks like I've got some more oregano that I can harvest. And look at the look at my volunteer tomato. I think this is most definitely aroma. Oops, where are we at? Most definitely aroma. So hopefully I'll be able to harvest a couple of those before we get our first frost. We'll see. What is it, Ruger? So yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. I think every gardener goes through it. You're kind of sad to see the end of the garden, but at the same time, you welcome the break. So yeah, I mentioned that I wasn't sure if I would plant anything in the big garden or if I would just take advantage of the downtime. I've got a lot of stuff going on with work. I am actually getting ready to take some classes. I'm gonna be busy for the next several months, and my work is changing a little bit. So we may just put this garden to bed and then just grow some greens in the raised bed. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time guys, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared.